Hello, hey, howdy, hey.
Hello.
Happy
Ah,
Wednesday and
Wednesday.
welcome to
aloha.
Disney Night Live. Aloha, what's going on, everybody?
Ah,
How's
Not
it
a whole lot.
going?
You got something I was going to
wait,
say
it's not
Saturday, didn't
Saturday?
you? It's not Saturday. I was going to say it, but
Oh,
I
man.
didn't say it.
No brunch.
It's so
No,
exciting.
no brunch tomorrow. No brunch.
No Sunday tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. This is a momentous occasion in the history of Disney Night Live. It's our new night. Same time, same stuff, same old folks, but a new night, Wednesday. And we hope that you enjoy it.
I'm happy I don't have to work at 3 in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah. So we did this really for Becky. I mean, this was
Yeah.
the reason
Yeah.
behind all of it. It was kind of an idea we've been toying with, but Aaron brought it up recently, and we're like, let's do it. Let's
You know
move
what?
to a weeknight. So
If
we're
it
here.
doesn't work, we can always switch it back.
Yeah.
Hello to a beautiful woman in the audience named Kim Amon
Yay.
Pachano that's tuning in. Hello to you.
Hey, Kim.
Hi,
Hope
Kim.
you're single. Hey, girl. So I hope everybody's doing well tonight on this Wednesday. Again, we are Disney Night Live. We're live. We're streaming all over the place. Social media. If you can, share us out. Say hello to everybody in the chat. And if you're new to us, we are a live show that takes place every week, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we do different Disney topics, Disney guests. We've been diving into Universal a bit, and
I'm getting really good numbers on the Universal stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got some good viewing, and we're doing well on the podcast episode. So, we're here. We hope to find some new folks and keep up with the people that have been with us for a long time. So,
Same show, new night.
that's it. Really, nothing's changed except for the night. We've got Mike and Becky joining us. We've got Skipper Jay. We got a couple. Hello to John Allen Hale, who I see watching, and Christy Thomas, Lily Johns.
Skipper Jay, world famous.
The world. Oh yes, I'm
of the world famous Jungle Cruise.
The world famous Skipper Jay, the world famous Jungle Cruise. I'm just David, and we were supposed to have a couple other co-hosts with us tonight, but apparently they're not feeling well, and we wish them well. I hope you guys are feeling better. To Disney Don and to Professor Allen.
I call foul
John,
on Allen. Because I bet you anything he's at a rave right now with his.
He's probably doing. You think he's doing techno?
Yeah, right now he's doing this.
It's going well. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you're doing well as well. That's a lot of wells there. So well. I'm a little. I don't know why.
Where's Aaron tonight?
Aaron, I don't know. This is his idea. I never heard from him.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, one of the macaws probably got loose over at Animal Kingdom, and he's chasing them.
I'm going to run to Animal Kingdom real quick and mic him and come right back.
Yeah. So it's just us tonight. We're going to be talking about some different things. Some if there's any Disney news and notes, we're going to be discussing. Go ahead.
We've got some really neat news I got some stuff that just popped up.
All right, good. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about the new cabins coming to Disney World's Fort Wilderness Campground, and we're going to do a little history or maybe some fun facts about Walt Disney World and the MVP saying, "Hey, I'm going to Walt Disney World of the Super Bowl." We're not being endorsed or doing any endorsements with the NFL, so we can actually say Super Bowl.
And I can break that later on. I can break that whole story down into one sentence. How that happened?
Football.
It's yellow shoes.
It's yellow shoes. Yeah. Apparently the NFL has some sort of deal that, I guess if Lay's is doing is being endorsed by the NFL or whatever, and they're putting a logo on their bags of chips, they can say Super Bowl. Or they can't say Super Bowl. It's one or the other, but
I'm not a sports ball person. What do they? What does the NFL want people to call it?
If you're not allowed to call it the Super Bowl, you have to call it the big game. Yeah.
Okay.
The big game. Yeah. Or something. The game. I mean, everybody knows what they're talking about, but I was hoping Alan would be on tonight because he's a professor and he did a paper on Walt Disney World and the Super Bowl and like some fun facts. And so now that he's not here, we're going to kind of have to just make stuff up.
I think we should throw shade at Alan all night tonight. I think every few minutes should be a shade thrown in his direction.
Shame.
Fireballs thrown at
daggers and spears.
We need the lady from Game of Thrones with the bell. Shame.
He left me holding the bag. I hope one day when people tune into our sponsor, dmagicworld.com, and they hear this episode, they too will throw shade at Professor Allen. But they should not throw any shade at dmagicworld.com because they are the best streaming Disney music station 24/7. That is, you're up at 4 a.m. wherever you live. Tune in. And you can catch some Disney music, whether it's parks music or movie music. You can also go on there, see what they're playing, and you can request the song. It's nonstop Disney magic. Tell them what you want to hear. And also in the upper right-hand corner of their website, dmagicworld.com, click on that Now That's Disney tab. Takes you right to our Facebook group. We'd love to have you over there as part of our Ohana. Listen to D Magic World. It's only Wednesday, but I've been listening to them all week long, while I'm at work. So check out dmagicworld.com. Again, tell them that we sent you because we want them to know you heard about them from us and enjoy them as much as we do.
And Dave, I know I say this all the time. I say it every week, but my favorite thing Jasper does is because I listen just to theme park music. I never skip over to the movie music.
Just the movie, yeah, right.
Yeah, but he plays so much international park stuff that it keeps me interested. It keeps me listening because I'm like, okay, what's next? What's next?
Yeah, I kind of really get a kick out of Mickey chuckling, but in a Japanese accent and talking.
I'm not even going to try it because I'll get us canceled.
But it's like. It's I don't know. I don't get tired of it. I really enjoy it. So
it's funny. I turned it on the other day while we were sitting in the kitchen, and I said, Mike, this is the Magic World because he's never listened to it, and it was music from that you would hear when you're walking around Epcot, and it was as soon as it turned on. It was instant. It almost transports you back into the park, when you're walking the streets and nothing the music itself. I didn't really recognize as a song that I knew, but it was I knew that it was Epcot. I knew for sure that was the music you heard. It was just oh man. And of course, we're leaving in less than 3 weeks. So we're oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to go. It just makes you feel yeah.
If you work in an office,
you're playing. Ahead, Jay.
Oh, if you work in an office where you can put on headphones, D Magic World's a lifesaver. Let's be honest, because about 11 o'clock, you're an hour before lunch, you're sick of work, you're sick of being there, and you're like, wait a minute, that's music for my favorite attraction. So I can just visualize it as I do these boring TPS reports.
I have an office, so I can actually listen to it on my computer and have it up a little bit without wearing headphones. But yeah, you can see what they're playing at all times if you pop into the screen here where you select how you want to listen to them. And, but you can hear that background music again of Epcot or something. And I'm at work, but yet I'm hearing that music and I'm chill inside. People come to my office and they try to anger me and I'm not going there. I'm not getting angry.
Right.
Because in my mind, I'm walking around Epcot, so
anytime he plays anything from the Poly, I'm right there at sunset.
That's right.
With drinking a pineapple, watching the sunset over the castle and the water, and just be perfection.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. What Well, Jay, you said you had some fresh Disney news. It's
I have some fresh Disney news.
Today we don't have a little thing that pops up. It's
I know we got to work on that. I got to add a sound bar so I can start dropping in some fun audio.
That would be fun. Yeah.
This just came out. Did you guys know Moana 2 is coming out November 27th of this year?
Oh.
Movie?
In theaters. In theaters.
Really.
I didn't know Moana. I know they were talking about it. I had no idea they had made it. I know that
I knew they were making a live version.
No, this is I don't know what it is. It's just the sequel. It's Moana 2. It's coming. Oh, I just said it and I lost it. November 27th, just in time for Thanksgiving. And there was an article to go with it about Lin-Manuel Miranda did not return to write any of the songs.
Oh, wow. I mean, he's been in so many different projects. So this is a second part of like an animated
I'm guessing so because the picture that accompanies it's an animation.
Okay.
So
okay. Yeah, it's crazy because I've been standing at the edge of the water for as long as I remember, and really knowing why.
Why?
Now you do.
I had to go there. I don't know why I felt I had to go there, but I did a little bit for you.
Jody makes a good point because The Rock has been confirmed to come back as Maui for the live action. Yeah. So is he playing? Are we getting a sequel and the live action remake? How close together is this going to happen?
Rock's got his hands in everything. He's the people.
I know.
Choice, right?
I know. He's back in WWE.
He's the people's champion.
He's the people's champion. That's what. Yeah, the people's champion. Yeah, he is. Yep. There's a little controversy with him coming back because Cody something was supposed to be wrestling at the new SmackDown, and he's going to be doing it. But I'm not really into it. But I listened to ESPN Radio on the way home, the Michael Kay show, and Peter Rosenberg, huge. He's into WWE and he's part of it. So I've been hearing it from them. But
I have a coworker really into it too. It's all he talks about.
Yeah. I was a Hacksaw Jim Duggan fan back in the day, but I got away.
He was awesome.
He was the best. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what's better than kicking someone's ass? Doing it with a 2x4.
That's called wood shampoo. That's called wood shampoo.
Yeah. Yeah. Used to have the 2x4 over his shoulder. Oh, I love that guy.
Exactly. It was great. Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. Made me want to hit somebody with a 2x4. So, well, that would be great if it's a new, the second animated part of Moana. We love Moana. Well, Kim and I did. Colton, not so much. He actually dislikes that movie for some reason.
What? I love Ohana.
Yeah, I know.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Oh,
I've never
dive into it. Yeah,
it's long, but it's great. The songs are great. The characters are great. Actually, everything about Moana is great.
Yeah,
solid A.
Really well done. I'm gonna say, I think my 3 favorite animated ones that they've done, like most recently, like Encanto, Coco, and Moana.
Coco, I love Coco.
I love that movie.
Coco is just, it's so well done.
I don't cry at anything, and at the end of Coco, shut up.
Right?
Even I was like trying to push my eyeballs back in to keep the wetness inside.
Oh God, I hate crying at movies.
That's why I watch movies at home. I don't want to.
I know.
Myself.
I cried on a plane a couple times going to Disney World, and you're in front of all these people on a plane. I cried years ago because I was watching Dumbo, the live action.
You'll never see him again. Doesn't matter.
No, it's just true. No, it's just embarrassing. And then I cried this past year because I watched that Tom Hanks Otto movie, A Man Named Otto.
Yeah.
I was bawling by the end of the movie before we landed. I'm like, I am so embarrassed. The guy next to me was drunk and passed out, so I was good.
I was on a flight with you.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
I'll confess, I love the movie Beauty and the Beast, the animated one, so much. I have to be alone in a bunker to watch it. Yeah. Because when the first strings come on, before there's any, the screen's still black. I'm already like,
I'm not way with Star Wars movies. I can't hold it back. So.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
it does. The music in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Forget it. I look over. He's full weeping.
I'm done already. Yep.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, art is supposed to move us.
It brings you right back to your childhood too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Star Wars. Yeah. That score is really it's really well done and well known, and yeah, it's meant to strike emotion.
I'm still listening to the scores.
Yeah, definitely.
All these decades later.
I was talking to a guy at work. He works for me, Caesar, and we were actually talking about if we had like the toys. We had, the Star Wars toys when we were kids, and Transformers, and I had the Godzilla whose wrist shot off and the hand shot off from the wrist. Yep. And yeah, if we had like, the original Star Wars stuff, that would have been cool to still have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest though, is Gen X, is middle age, is a collector of these things. I get the new stuff, not the old stuff. It's great to look at the old stuff. I played with it, I loved it, but it's really simple and very basic. And when you look at the new stuff, they have that actually where they do the 3D sculpts of people's faces, and like Han Solo figure looks like Harrison Ford.
Right.
That looks great on a shelf. I don't want the old dumpy ones anymore.
Yeah. The old dumpy ones. Yeah, I know.
They're worth money. You could sell the old dumpy ones and then buy all the good new stuff.
And buy the new ones, right?
Oh,
Exactly.
I did.
I don't play.
And they're 6 inches. They're beautiful showpieces. People come over and go, "You wasted that much money?" Yes, I did.
It's not wasting.
No, it's an investment.
If you love it, it's not a waste.
Yeah, it's an investment. If it makes you happy, Shower Crow said that one time. I remember. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like to quote songs, and then I always eventually blurt out. I was after last week's show, and Jay's like, "I don't want to hear Let It Go one more time." And then on Sunday, I'm ironing, and I'm listening to Disney music in my basement, and that came on, and I couldn't help recording it and sending it over to the group for Jay.
I love Frozen. I think Let It Go is the best Disney song of the 21st century so far. I'm just kind of frozen out. After 11 years, I'm just kind of, it's thawed. It's overdone. I love it. I love it.
Really good. I mean, Frozen 2 was just right up there with the songs from there as well. And I mean, it's Idina Menzel, who I adore. And she's from the original Rent, right? And can sing her butt off. So, although it's an animated character doing it, it's her voice, which is insane. So, I don't really get tired of it. We're going to talk about the Fort Wilderness Cabins getting a makeover, and I don't have a lot of. So, you got that too?
Yeah, I got it in the mail. I was like, "Hey, look!"
I'm glad because I forgot to bring mine down from upstairs. So good. The cabins at Fort Wilderness, and I guess we can look it up. How many total cabins are there, and how many are converting over to being
converting 350 plus is what they said.
So they're converting to DVC cabins.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. And what are they doing with the other cabins that they're not converting? Are they staying in the current state they're in, or they're going to get a makeover as well?
I really don't know if all of them are getting makeovers and just a part of them are going to be used as DVCs, kind of like the other, resorts. You can stay. Most of the rooms are the same. It's just, they take part of it and make it DVC. But unless it's something like, Grand Flow or something where they have its own separate building. But I think isn't Poly like that? Most polys are the same. They're just, some of them are used for DVC.
Longhouses and converted them over, and then put studios instead of some of the rooms. Right. Let me. How many? Let's go to the interwebs. I wish I could type.
So, Becky, you think they're going to stay in that 70s style? Some of these cabins, because I've heard a lot of complaints from people where they want them to stay the way they were.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I think some people were bringing up the fact, which I think is a good factor, is some of these. Well, specifically, the cabins is the only resort that you can bring your animals, your dogs, dog friends. And I think with like the newer cabins and being DVC and buying into DVC and spending all that kind of money that you're putting into to be an owner, you don't exactly, I mean, I know Disney does a great job of cleaning. I get that. But like, say you're allergic to pets or, what, if you're buying into, excuse me, something like that, and then you're going into a room that somebody potentially could have had a pet in, I don't know. I think they need to like keep a section just pet friendly and just so people are aware that that's a pet friendly. And then I wouldn't think it would be the newer ones. I would think it would be the older ones, just in case something happens, accidents or whatever,
They were built in the 70s. Get that asbestos out of there.
Yeah. Well, that's all wood. The resort has 799 campsites, 409 air-conditioned cabins on more than 700 acres. So, I mean, a big amount of these are being converted over. What they're doing with the other 50 something, 59, whatever, 50, I don't know. I mean, I do like the way the current cabins look on the outside. I think this is too modern for a cabin.
It almost looks like a tiny house.
Right. Yeah. A tiny house. Exactly. And I don't like it. I do like the inside.
It's kind of like instead of camping, you're glamping is what they went for.
Yeah. I mean, the bedroom looks really cool. I think out of anything, that's the coolest room that they're redoing. But if you've seen the current cabins now,
but you guys
really
are
rustic and cool.
Yeah.
The bedroom reminds me of the Star Wars hotel, how they put together the Star Wars hotel.
You're right.
Which I'm not a parent, but I don't know. If I was in bed with my spouse, I don't think I want my child looking down over me as I sleep. Go to your own little space. Go to your own space.
They can't see that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that either.
No.
I was surprised to see that they kept the bunk beds in there because they made the Murphy bed out of the couch. So when you're looking, so if you look at any other deluxe studio from a DVC standpoint, they have their bedroom, or not necessarily a studio, but I'm saying like a one bedroom. You'd have their bedroom, and then the couch, is usually a Murphy bed or something. So I was surprised that they kept the bunk beds in the bedroom. I would have thought that they would have made more space in the room or more space in the cabin itself. Take that out, use it for something else. Yeah,
I still think over the bunk beds. It's just kind of a weird concept for me because I'm not a parent. It just looking at that feels uncomfortable. I don't want to be.
Yeah, that's the current layout of the room, except they're just glamming this up. But the current layout of the cabins is a bed and then the bunk bed. So I'm guessing that room will sleep 4, and then there's the pull out which can sleep 2 more out here.
Right,
and I guess
where they're saying it's 6.
Right, so this could probably sleep 7 because you can have an infant in a crib, right? 7 total, maybe.
I never liked the idea of having the bunk beds in the old ones. I thought that was kind of weird. I felt it looked so crampy. Like I've never been in one, but like seeing the pictures and seeing videos, I was always like, man, that room feels like you can't like sneeze without spit getting on your kids, or you know what I mean? Like it's just so tiny and I mean, the pictures look a little bit bigger for the new concept art. I think they do look a little bit bigger than the old rooms, but still, I don't like the idea of the bunk beds in there either.
Cleaner.
Are those bunk beds big enough for like an adult to sleep in?
Oh, I don't think.
Well, they're twins, I think.
Wait, here we go.
The old ones, I believe, were twins. Each one was a twin.
I mean, a shorter adult.
Because I'm thinking 4 adults in the bed, 2 adults in each twin. We got the pull out, some sleeping bags. We get a whole group together and we just cut that price down.
We go into one cabin together?
Yeah, privacy. Who needs it? One bathroom. We can work it out.
Some of the co-hosts won't even show up.
I can make it work with a tarp and a bucket. You know what I mean? I can make it work.
We're in the woods. All you gotta do is go outside.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, the way some people snore, you'd have to be outside.
That would be me. You guys would throw me in the lake the way I snore.
I'm terrible. I'm real bad.
I'm checking now. I remember the people were upset as well about the dues. Fort Wilderness cabins. I think they're over $12 a point, right?
They are, and even just like the price point
I don't understand how the dues are so
ticket.
expensive.
Yeah,
Maybe
It's a
because of
cabinet.
the size of the campgrounds, because they have to
What's that?
maintain all of that property. Maybe it's because of the total size of the campgrounds. I kind of like.
That's
I think. Yeah,
you said
like
it was 700.
700 acres. It's $12.16 per point. So,
And how many points is it for a cabin?
I mean, that's going to vary on night. Like how many, you can buy whatever the minimum is, 75 or 100 points, but that's, however.
If I'm not mistaken, though, I thought it was cheaper per night.
Rent.
I thought the price point per night wasn't so bad, but you still, it's like through Disney, it's like, I believe it, if I'm not I could be wrong, so don't quote me, but I think it was like $215 a point to buy through Disney. And I mean, obviously resale isn't available at the moment, but I mean, to me, at a moderate level resort, I didn't think the price point matched what
you're getting.
It should be, personally. I mean, I understand that it's close to you're technically getting close to a 1-bedroom every single time you go. It's really don't have deluxe deluxe studios, but I don't know. I don't know. I didn't think it was I thought it was gonna be around between the 180s and 190s maybe.
Yeah.
Just because it is a campground and it doesn't have. It's closer to Magic Kingdom, but it's not as close as say like Poly or Grand Flow,
or Contemporary.
Yeah, and it's not close to Epcot. It's not close to Hollywood Studios. It doesn't really have something in the resort that would be like, oh, well, this tops it all. No, this is why, other than the sheer fact that it's a campground and that's cool. I mean, it's neat, and I know when around Halloween and Christmas and stuff is prime time, to go there, and it's hard to get in.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
They decorate it to the hills. It looks really nice. It's really something to see.
I know. I want to stay there for Halloween just to do the parade and all the decorating.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think $215 a point is worth the moderate resort for a cabin like that?
No.
Am I just being
no? I'm no.
195, 200 maybe. I mean, I get the dues again because I think Old Key West and Saratoga, which have a lot of property, their dues are higher because of the amount of property. So that's why I'm assuming it's like that here at the campgrounds. But I don't.
Well, I keep thinking if they're going in, I keep thinking if they're going to be if they're stepping, muddying the waters here and stepping foot into the moderate area, right? If they start going this might be, open the door for other moderates. I don't know, I'm not sure that 215 is worth it. If you're looking at DVC in history, is always deluxe resorts. That was one of the reasons why you went with a DVC. You knew you were always getting deluxe resorts for your price. There was, but if you're going to pay the same amount or close to the same amount for Animal Kingdom as you are for a moderate resort, you know what I mean?
Where's the value, right?
Yeah,
how do you justify it?
Yeah. I wonder how many people are interested in buying into this, and if this is gonna maybe fail, and then they're just well, then people just rent the cabins like they would have rented the cabins anyway. We're just redoing them, but
I don't know. I'm part of that DVC fan. I think you are too, right, David? A lot of people on there are that's all the only place they'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing that benefits that the cabins over say a room at Poly or a room at Animal Kingdom is that it's almost like a small house that's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have neighbors.
You don't have to walk down the hallway to get ice and pass 60 people. You know what I mean? You could it's just your little area. You know what I mean? It's just yours. So I think there's there's some value to that. Like some people really dig that. They don't want to be right next to somebody else. They want a little bit of privacy too.
I can come out of my cabin in that those red thermals with the hole cut out in the back and get ice, and nobody would even see it.
You could come out like a Cousin Eddie in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Or nothing at all, really.
Nothing, right? I could just go out and get ice.
When I lose the last 25 pounds, I can be daring.
We're going streaking.
I mean, I do think people look at it too from a the theming part of it. It's hard for me because I grew up camping, and for a couple of years, Mike and I had a seasonal campsite that we had a camper on. I'm from Pennsylvania. Well, I'm from Jersey originally, but like most of even where we are, it's camping is a very we live in the mountains, we live in the woods. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to step out far to go enjoy that. So we forget that there are many, many people who don't have access to camping stuff. So to not only go to Disney World, but then also to be able to go to this like camping, cabin. It's an experience in itself too. So I guess I forget about that,
Where for like people in this area, a lot of us are outdoor. All my hobbies are outdoor hobbies. I hunt, I fish, I boat, kayak, all those types of things. So
so you're outdoors already. Yeah, I mean
all the time.
So
everything I do that's a hobby is outside. It's not in the house. Yeah.
I
play Xbox. The only thing I do in the house with my son. That's it.
Yeah. I'd be more likely to stay in the current cabins than I would the redos.
See, I was gonna say, unlike Mike, I'm a city person. I'm an indoor person. So the thought of camping at Disney, we're so crowded. There's so many people to come back to your own quiet, dark, secluded, peopleless area, not right around the corner from the Magic Kingdom. Sounds like heaven. It sounds just again, have that peace bubble.
You could bring your dog, or I know Paging Mr. Morrow does it all the time. He rents and brings his dog, and tools around. He gets a golf cart and drives around with the dog, and so you've got that option too, because then you don't have to pay all that money to have your dog boarded or have somebody watch your pet. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then Jody mentioned earlier that Art of Animation also does pet friendly rooms. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there's a section that is pet friendly. Yeah.
I think it would be cool to do. I'm not knocking it. I think the cabins are neat, and I really think the resort is really neat.
Very cool.
We saw it. We went to go to Hoop-de-Doo Review last time we were there, and we went to the resort and looked around and stuff, and it was really neat. I'm not knocking it in any way, shape, or form, and I would stay there. I just don't know that I would be willing to pay $215 a point.
Yeah, that's the thing.
To buy it.
I think that's too high. It's too high for me when I can, I could stay at Bay Lake, not much, for what's the difference. Like, so, but yeah, I would like to say there. One of the things, like, I joined the Disney Nerds last night on their live show, and thanks for
we watched it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, as a guest co-host, and we were talking about Hoop-de-Doo. I've never done it. I would love to do it. So
okay,
Dave, so
Dave,
cool.
Do it. Don't miss it. The chicken is
unlimited fried chicken, the best fried chicken in the world.
It is.
Unlimited beer.
Oh, hey, is it? It's a really hard reservation to get.
Jay.
No, I don't think so.
Jay,
I don't think it is.
Would you say it's the best chicken on the property, Jay?
Yes, hands down.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm tempted to bring a picnic basket when I go and just be like, keep bringing.
Can we need to go there one night?
Put it in your purse. Put this in your purse. Right in your purse.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to change one of our dining reservations. I want to go, and Colton absolutely loves fried chicken. So
Rowan lost his mind in that place.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. So it's it's a funny show. The show is really great. It's well worth the money. You have to pay up front though. You can't. It's not one of those things where you pay when when you're there. You pay for it before you go. I will tell you though, it is like there's 3 different sections you can sit in. There isn't a bad section in the entire place, so don't worry about like not getting a good spot. They walk around and interact, and it's very well seen from all the areas. But we got phenomenal seats when we went. We were right up by the stage. It was we couldn't have asked for better seats. But honestly, it is well worth the money. It's like $60 or $70 a person or something like that. But it is 100% worth it.
Yeah.
And Rowan, he talks about that fried chicken like weekly.
Yeah, all the time. We'll start planning a trip, and he's like, "Can we go to Hoopty again? Because the chicken is awesome." I'm like, "No, not this time, buddy. We got to try some other restaurants. We haven't did everything."
Yeah, because I'm from Disneyland. Like, we have the Plaza Fried Chicken on Main Street, which is perfection. The Hoopty fried chicken is better than the one from my home park.
Wow.
Really?
But, they do ribs as well, right? Or something like that? Or is it
the chicken guy in Disney Springs is good too.
Yeah, but it's different. Not fried.
Right.
Except they took away like 30 of the sauces. They're down to 10. So
really?
Chicken guy cheaped out. Now it's taking a ding on it's on my my restaurant list.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, all the good sauces.
David, it has you said it has ribs. This is like they all you care to enjoy type stuff. They keep just bringing it out family style in big bowls. They do it like Ohana and stuff. But they're not rushing you like Ohana does. It's fried chicken and ribs and like cornbread, and I believe it's mashed potatoes, regular corn, I think it is. Just like barbecue type stuff. Everything that they gave you was delicious. There wasn't a bad thing on the entire menu. It was very, very good.
Yeah, and
I wouldn't
soft drinks are included. Right.
Start with the chicken because you might not stop.
Yeah. The chicken, I've gone through like 2-3 places, but just like nom. Not even watching the show. I'm just like,
Colton loves mashed potatoes and fried chicken. And that would be
he'll be in heaven.
He'll be in heaven.
He'll be in heaven. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I gotta say about the show. The show is old 70s Disney. They haven't changed it, and I love that. It's that.
I love it.
I know, me too. I love all the stuff.
Yeah, it's that magic kingdom cheese. Yeah.
What like what is this? Is it kind of like the Country Bears, except for with live people? Like, like what are they doing at the review? Is it burlesque, risque? No, right? It's Disney.
No, it's very.
It's a comedy.
Okay, cool.
It's a comedy thing where it's like skit. I forget what they're even. I think they're putting on a play, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
In the show itself, they're like putting on a play, and they're getting ready for a state fair or so. I don't remember exactly what the thing was, but it's comedy, lots of singing.
I'm so busy eating and drinking that unlimited fried chicken and beer that the show is just a flash of color in front of me. I'm there for the
Jay,
buffet.
My husband Mike got me a Disney World cookbook for Christmas, and I was scrolling through it, and the Hoop Did You Review chicken is in it. I mean, I'd never make it as good as they make it, but the whole recipe is in it. I'll have to send it to you.
I've tried a few times to make the Monte Cristo at home, and I can't do it. I don't know. There's some tastes that have to be tasted on property.
Well, I think it tastes different on property. Yeah,
there's some kind of magic sprinkle on there. Here's the recipe. Now take your best shot at it.
Yeah,
and it never turns out the same. You know what I mean? They got their own little dust that they.
It could be the oil as well.
It's
MSG.
Really
MSG. That's true.
Oil,
the oil.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, Becky and Mike, do you guys like me to? It's all torn down now and gone, but after the meal, when it's dark outside and kind of quiet, did you like to walk over to where River Country was and like peek over the fence and be like, "Ooh, is there monsters and ghosts back there?"
No, we actually we didn't really get a chance to like right afterwards. It was actually very crowded getting back on the buses. We waited like quite a while. we probably should have took the time to go like look around and waited because we were waiting for buses anyway. But we were like nervous that we were gonna like miss a bus or something because we've never been to it before. So we were like, I don't know how this works. So we just quickly ran over to the buses, but
which was okay because
we were stuffed with chicken.
Yeah,
and we were tired.
I basically rolled my way to the
bus. What is that? A bale of hay? No, it's Mike.
Is that Violet from Willy Wonka? No, it's
it was just like that, exactly like that.
Yeah. I leave hoop-de-doo heavy. I go in thin, I leave heavy.
For sure,
absolutely.
A lot of chickens met their demise to make me smile that day. A lot of chickens. A lot of them.
What did you say?
The whole hen house is gone after my visit.
to Fort Wilderness.
To be honest with you, how it worked for how we were going to do it was we were going to do the whole like we're going to go from I don't remember I believe that was the day I was with you guys at your resort swimming. I believe is the day we went to.
And then you went there.
Well, what happened was we got pixie dusted, and we were shopping for DVCs at the time, and the gentleman who was our guide had graciously offered the DVC van gentleman. He took us. I believe it was it there? I can't remember exactly if we were there first or we were somewhere else first, but
Saratoga first.
Was it there first? I don't remember.
That's where we met up with. No, Saratoga.
Oh. Okay. Well,
then we went to Old Key West. Then we went to Animal Kingdom.
So he took us in the van because we said, "Well, we have dinner reservations," because he wanted to show us a place where we have dinner reservations, and he was like.
The guy had a bunch of candy. He's like, "Come in the van."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Listen,
exactly.
I fall for that every time.
Totally kidnapped me.
As soon as we walked into Animal Kingdom, we're like, "Yep, this is the one I'm getting. This is the one. I don't need to look anymore. I don't need to look at anything else. This is the one I want."
Yeah. The van. It's like, oh my god, you got kidnapped. There's Silence of the Lambs over here.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, that's how we ended up getting over there. But I think our original plan was to just go to like Magic Kingdom and either take a boat or bus or whatever over to Wilderness. I think that was what we were going to do. But he was like, "Oh, no worries, we'll take you over." I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, we'll take advantage of that. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet. I think we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to start looking at plans tomorrow and see what night we could switch it over and do a hoop-de-doo.
Dave, let me know because I might join you guys for that experience.
Yeah, definitely.
He's all ripped up on chicken now. That's all that's in his mind.
Right.
He's got chicken dancing around his head.
I'm thinking I just need like a box of those like gallon-sized freezer bags and just put it in my backpack.
What's the thing that hangs over the baby that goes around? The thing they look at? What are those things called?
The mobile?
The mobile. Jay's got the chickens right now.
No.
That's what he's going to be dreaming about tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
There'll be chickens dancing around.
Chickens.
Fried chickens.
Yep. Fried chickens.
That's terrific. I love it.
So that's a plus for the cabins.
Oh yeah, that's a huge plus. If you're a fried chicken fan, oh my god, you've got it.
Well, they have
every day. Just walk outside, back and
right? Movies under the stars. You can fish. You can. They did show people canoeing in the picture.
They have the horse. The horse. The horse. What is it? The stable and stuff is there.
Yeah.
The jogging trails.
I can't ride horse.
Horse state. I'm allergic to horses. They'll kill me. So I think I'll just hang out with you.
No, they just throw me off.
Oh.
They find a tree with a limb that's just about their height of their back, and then they duck their head and peel me right off the side.
Whack you off.
I've tried it a few times, and they hate my guts. Me and horses don't get along. But fishing and canoeing, for sure, I'm totally down with that. That's my wheel. That's what I do.
Jody says segue to so there is a lot to do there again on top of like the major holidays and the decorations, but people, it's almost like a cult movie. People love the campgrounds.
I was gonna say, Dave.
I'm looking here too. It's saying, I'm sorry, Jason.
Oh no.
Is saying like you could do archery and like the Chip and Dale come around for the campfire and stuff like that. So, and they have those trails that they take the the horses on these long trails. So, something. And kayaking, they have like a kayaking thing. I'm trying to think if I can get.
Yeah. What's cool about this resort is you can go there, never leave the resort, never leave Disney, you never go to the parks, never go to downtown Disney, and you can have a full-on vacation in this one resort.
That's pretty awesome.
Is it closest to Magic Kingdom, right?
Magic Kingdom, yeah.
And I can't honestly say there's really any other resort that you could say that about.
No, I mean,
there's certain things at certain resorts that are benefits of that resort, but they're not like full blown. You can't plan an entire vacation off of just where you're staying.
Yeah,
you can do like a staycation at another resort for a couple days, but after that, like okay, so you ate and you did the pool. What else are you doing? Yeah. But at Fort Wilderness,
right? Like if you're a golfer, Saratoga is your spot because you could golf those courses probably for 3 or 4 days, 5 days maybe.
Sure.
I'm reading this. It does say that they have floor to ceiling windows in here.
Perfect.
It says floor to ceiling glass windows. So I mean, there's pictures of it here. Here's the. But I don't know that I'd like the whole. They better have some shades on those things.
Yeah.
So the neighbors get to see you, and then your kids get to look down on top of you.
Zero privacy.
I'd be the person to get up and forget that I'm not wearing anything, and just walk around for an hour and realize, what are these people doing out there?
Zero privacy in the new cabins. Zero.
Here's pictures of the kitchen.
Nice.
And then
really modern.
Let's see.
There.
Oh yeah,
they do look very modern.
Nobody slept because people were looking in the windows. The kids were in the bunk beds.
Yeah, there's the bunk bed.
What's going on, man? Icon of the seas, the world's biggest cruise ship. Chris Hiller is joining us from right now.
Oh, Chris, when you get back, we want to hear all about the Icon of the Seas because that looks amazing.
Totally.
That ship is enormous. Somebody posted on Facebook the other day, like, oh, my friend Dan Blossom, who's on it right now, I think as well still. And it was at port and it's docked next to this other giant cruise ship, but it's like twice the size.
Do we know what the tonnage of that vehicle or that ship is?
No, it's just so big that it hangs over the sides like majorly. Yeah, it's a huge ship.
Right.
Yeah. But it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I'd rather stay on land though. Let me take. I'm gonna get you guys. You guys are still solo layout. Yeah, I'd rather have
a lot of people. They say they want to go on a cruise until they're 100 miles offshore, and then they don't want to be on a cruise anymore. Trust me. Right. I know. I've done it on fishing charters. Yeah, and you get 60, 70 miles out offshore, and the whole boat, the people are green. They're like green to like the color green. Mm-hmm. And they don't even touch a fishing rod because they can't even stand up on 2 feet.
Anything. Right. Yeah.
So, and I know that happened to me also once, but I thought starting to drink at 4 o'clock in the morning and then jump on the boat at 6 a.m. And head 100 miles offshore was a good idea. And it was not a good idea.
There's no going back until it's over.
Yeah.
Only time I've been on.
No, they never turn that boat around. They never turn around.
And I've only been on cruise ships for bachelor parties, so kind of the same thing. Everyone is very, very sick and very green day one, but for totally different reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We did a whale watching excursion in Mexico on our honeymoon. Kim and I, and so the boat wasn't huge. I mean, I'm going to say there was, I don't know, Kim can correct me, 40-ish, 50-ish people on it. It was a nice sailboat. It wasn't enormous. I'm not good with the water. I didn't tell Kim that, but a half hour in, I'm vomiting. And
like a good. And once you start, it's over.
Oh, it was done, and there was no stopping. And so they were like, go to the back of the boat because it does help. It's better. Then some woman was like,
No, it doesn't. That's where they tell everybody to go. Everybody that's sick, they send you to the back of the boat. They do it on fishing charters too.
Right.
And so you can puke off the bag right into the water.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kim's drinking Corona and eating guacamole, like fresh made guacamole on the boat with everybody, and I'm hurling off the back.
And if you've ever been on a fishing charter, they've got the 55-gallon barrels of chum, and they've opened they open the lid, and
that just makes it worse.
Oh no, it makes everything that you ate for breakfast instantly come out. If you're even close to throwing up, oh my god, it is the most horrible thing ever.
You said barf and fresh chum, and like my sinuses started to burn.
Yeah,
and these guys reach in there with these like small like steel buckets. Sometimes it's like a Folgers can or whatever, and they're just like whipping it off the back of the boat.
This is a family show.
Yeah, no, it's bad. it's awful. Don't.
Well, I threw up the entire time, and there's whales and stuff, and I can't even look at the whales, and then some guy's like, let's go dock next to those rocks and cliff dive. And he's like, yeah, and Kim's like, my husband needs to get off the boat. Like, I'm now, like, I should be in a hospital. I'm vomiting that much. And we finally get back and dock, and nobody cares to watch me get off the boat, and almost fell off the dock into the water. I was that seasick. So,
hey, did you have any patches, any of that stuff for seasickness?
I didn't. I just, what, I'm an idiot. I'm on a honeymoon, and I'm like, maybe I won't get sick. I just didn't tell Kim I kind of get sick on boats. She's like, well, why wouldn't you say anything, you idiot? Like, like marriage.
She's like, this is what I married?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Great. We're starting off great.
Right. Yeah. Terrific.
She still has the receipt. I don't want her to see it.
Lies and deceit.
Wimp can't go on.
Sometimes you put your tough guy pants on. I know. I get it. I've done it too.
I wanted to see.
I don't blame you. We went on a tuna excursion, and it was like I got sick, and it was just all the way until the boat came back.
Right.
Yeah. And once in a while, a guy would bring me a bottle of water. He'd be like, "Here, drink this, just so you have something."
Yeah.
Can you not eat?
Chris Hiller said, "I've been on."
Oh, sorry.
No. I was just reading what Chris Hiller said. He said, "Been on Icon since Saturday. Haven't even felt the boat move a bit." But he said he's been on a ton of cruises. There's nothing I've experienced like Icon. It deserves its name 100%.
Yeah. And he said that it's 250 tons.
1,000 tons.
1,000 tons. 250,000 tons that the ship is.
It's insane.
So multiply that by 2,200 pounds.
Yeah. That's enormous.
That's a lot of displacement.
That's
pretty cool. Well,
makes you wonder something that heavy just doesn't sink to the bottom of the ocean.
That's what blows me away. Yeah, when you see these giant ships out there and they don't sink.
Yeah.
Well, what country built one out of concrete? A country built an aircraft carrier out of cement.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember who it was, but I don't know. It was Russia or China or something. They built an aircraft carrier. A massive ship.
Definitely not Russia.
What country is Borat from? Kazakhstan or something? It's got to be there.
Yeah, nice. Maybe it was.
I make a plane out of cement. Good, nice. High five.
We are so far off topic.
We're having fun though. It's okay.
That's what makes our show so fun. We have a path, but we have
plans. We're just squirrel all the time.
Exactly. Said it to Kim.
Nothing wrong with that.
This is my wife. She's hot. Okay. High five. She's like, shut up.
Now for the rest of the night, every time I walk in a room, it's a me.
It's a me, Mario. Well, I mean, we did have a plan to talk about the Super Bowl, and we were counting on Alan and his.
But Alan smells and flakes, so we couldn't because Alan flakes and smells.
Jay, you have zero interest in this Super Bowl, right? You don't watch the sports.
I'm not a sports ball person. No, is it this Sunday?
It is this Sunday.
Oh, that's a great day to go to the parks.
Hello, Carol. A good day to what?
Great day to go to the parks. You know where I'll be this weekend.
Yeah. So you don't even, do you know who's playing?
Taylor Swift?
Yes. She will be there.
Yes, you're correct.
Yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah. Her boyfriend is playing in it. So Mike, Becky, who do you think is going to win? Not who do you want to win, obviously. I mean, you're a Bills fan, so who are you guys going with?
It's hard to bet against the Chiefs.
It is.
They always seem to figure it out. They always seem to figure out a way to win it. So I'm going to say the Chiefs by 7, but between 7 and 10. I'm going to call it that far out.
I do think it'll be a close game.
Once you get Mahomes moving, once you get Mahomes on the terror, and he gets moving in the second half, he's a hard guy to stop. So
we
couldn't stop him. Baltimore couldn't stop him. You know what I mean? And everybody was saying that this was Baltimore's year to win it.
Yeah.
But
and San Francisco
stopped them too on the road.
Yeah, 2 games. So I'm going with KC. I'm a huge Super Bowl day person. I don't care who's playing. I mean, I wish my team was playing, but they stink. So I enjoy the entire day leading up to it and all the festivities and the food and just, so
I'm not a sports ball person, but I will go to a Super Bowl party any day.
Yeah. This isn't really, it's just us here at home, but I make the most out of it. And I started eating junk early and often, but I do think the Chiefs are going to win. I think it'll be fairly close, but
which one is Taylor on? Which team is she on?
So her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, plays for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I hope they both lose.
Nobody covers him, so he's going to have a great game just like he does all the time. Because he'll like anyone covers. No, nobody watches him. Mm-hmm. And he scores. And then the camera pans over to Taylor Swift, and it's going to be it's going to be 4 hours in this game too. Right. It's going to be no different than the last 3 or 4 games.
At least she's cute. At least she's cute.
She is cute. She is cute. I'm a big fan of Jason Kelce's wife.
I was just going to say, we could lead. There is a Disney lead there because Jason and his wife were at Disney.
They were just at Disney.
They were just there, and it turns out that I guess her parents, they were there with her parents. She's adorable, and her mom, by the way. And her mom is like a huge, she's their annual.
Yeah, she's an AP. Yeah.
AP, and she's like a park map. She knows everything about Disney. So
that's awesome.
So there is a tie-in, and Jimmy Horn from the Disney Nerds was just there and was right next to Jason Kelce in the family.
Cool.
Yeah, at Raglan Road, they were literally in his way of videotaping like the band. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I think her name is Kylie, but
Minogue?
His wife?
Yeah, Kylie Kelce, something like that. Yeah. He seems like a cool guy. Jason.
He does. He was partying with the Bills fan.
Yeah. Turned off, drunk.
It was great. He was jumping through tables and it was
love it. That's a good first impression to make.
The Bills know how to jump tables.
Yeah, that's their thing. Oh yeah,
the Mafia. It's
the Bills Mafia. My friend Adam Wade, who's a cast member at Disney, is a big Bills fan. He loves the Bills and die hard. So when the Bills are in the playoffs, I root for the Bills for him. Yeah. So
it's like you're speaking a whole different language.
It's foosball.
It's okay.
It's foosball. Well, yeah, I mean, I can tell you that real quick. I mean, I don't have any other tips or not tips, but like facts other than Phil Simms was the first Super Bowl MVP that did the commercial and said, "I'm going to Disney World." It was a paid, partnership with the NFL. That was 1987.
Actually, Dave, I can break that story down for you in one sentence because we're late. Phil Simms, the New York Giants, Disney paid him $50,000 to do that, and then gave him an all expenses paid trip to Disney World.
Right. So to this
and that is how that started.
Right. Yeah. And Now
they could do that for me. I'll stay whatever they want me.
Right. And it's crazy because you're literally, if you're the MVP, you're literally in the parks the next day. So you just won the Super Bowl, partied all night, and they have you there the next day to do the whole thing. So that's pretty quick turnaround, you know. But
yeah. Because don't they have like a parade and stuff for them?
That would be hard to do that much physical exertion, and everything leading up to it, and then party all night.
Like a day off. Yeah.
Because there's going to be someone on the back of that float chumming.
Yeah, I mean,
those guys are in their 20s. They can handle all that kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
Right.
When I was in my 20s, I could do it too.
I was a beast in my 20s. Yeah. I could go out 6 nights a week, take 1 night off, and still function. The thought of that today, it's like, oh, kill me.
No.
Yeah. If I try to do that once, I need 6 days to recover from 1 day.
Yeah, I need a weekend to recover.
Not the other way around. You
know. Yeah.
I can maybe give you one good evening till midnight, and then I'm done.
Oh, whippersnappers! Here I am drinking like thinking it's a Saturday. It's a Wednesday night. I'm 4 beers. I'm gonna get up in the morning. Well, this is our first Wednesday show. We'll see how it goes, and see if the switch from Saturday is worth the move. We hope our other co-host, Professor Allen and Disney Don, are feeling better, and somewhere out there.
We hope Don feels better, not Alan. Not Alan.
We want Alan to feel better. Yeah.
Smelly
I still
Alan.
want him to feel better. Smelly Alan. But tune back in next Wednesday for another fun Disney Night Live. I thank my co-hosts, Skipper Jay, Mike and Becky from PA. And we have a little outro here for you guys. And eventually this episode will be out as a podcast. So check us out there as well.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you guys. Have a good night, everyone.